missile strike, and along with him some few more Hamas leaders and his bodyguard. Israel was again launched a strike in Lebanon, in Beirut. There one Hezbollah leader, I feel, even though yes, Hamas is a terrorist organization, no doubt on that, but this particular person is the... Hi everyone, I'm Israel Jebasingh. In Middle East, a big crisis is looming. Hamas leader Mr. Ismail Haniyeh was assassinated yesterday in Iran soil, that to the capital Tehran. He came to attend the ceremony, swearing-in ceremony of the new president of Iran. After attending the ceremony, when he went to the so-called state guest house like that, means Iran's protection is there in capital Tehran. At 2 a.m. early morning, that is 31st of July, 2 a.m. he was assassinated. So it was a missile strike, and along with him some few more Hamas leaders and his bodyguard got assassinated. Now, who is responsible? Iran immediately told it should be Israel. Israel officially has not confirmed, however it has not denied also. Few hours before that, Israel was again launched a strike in Lebanon, in Beirut. There one Hezbollah leader, Shukr, was killed. Now that yes, Israel government told yes, we were responsible for that, because he was responsible for last week's attack on Israel. Some 12 children got killed. So to counter it, we did that. However, this particular part they have not accepted nor denied. Now who is responsible for that? Now if you look, last week the Israeli Prime Minister Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu was in USA. There he was facing terrible pressure from the US government, that is the democratic government now, that they should bring a ceasefire in Gaza. So they wanted to end the war, whatever going on now. So including the Vice President, who is the presidential candidate, Ms. Kamala Harris, most of the Democratic Party leaders, they even avoided meeting him, and they also didn't attend when he gave a speech in the Congress. Now he was under terrible pressure. So in case if this particular truce comes, means a ceasefire comes, it is said that he has to answer to the people of Israel why there was a failure of intelligence on October 7. Because if you see, last year October 7, the attack by Hamas, how it could happen without the knowledge of Israeli government? That's what many ask. Because see, Israel government provides intelligence to almost every country in the world. Now if you see, Gaza is totally surrounded by Israel. See, it is like a open air prison, they say. From there so many strikes came. How it could happen without the knowledge of Israeli government? That is what many of his cabinet members themselves told, and they even resigned. They all accuse Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu that he wants to continue the war. He doesn't want peace. So just for him to stay in power, there is no Gaza peace deal. That's what his own cabinet members, former cabinet members who resigned, told. So in this scenario, who will benefit out of a war in the Middle East? Yes, definitely the Israeli government. Now, once this attack happened, even though Israel government officially didn't accept, but what they did is, the Israeli government's press gave a post where one eliminated Mr. Ismail Haniyeh. Eliminated was written. Later that post was removed. Now, later they told, he addressed, in fact later Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu addressed his country, and he told, see, we are eliminating lot of people who are attacking us, so be prepared, a lot of crisis may happen, we should unite and fight it. So there are all possibilities that yes, Israeli government's hand is there. In fact they themselves have not denied it. Now how Iran is going to react? Immediately after this attack, the Iran Supreme Leader, Mr. Ayatollah Khamenei, he told, see, Israel has done a blunder. They killed our guests in our own house. So we should give them back. Harsh punishment is awaiting for Israel. That was his statement. Now, 3-day mourning they have declared. In fact, today there was a procession in Tehran for the one who was assassinated. Later, the Hamas leader's body will be taken to Qatar, where he stays. See, usually he stays in Qatar, in Doha, and he comes to different places like Egypt, even to Tehran. Already he was there. Last month I think he was there to attend the funeral of the former president of Iran who was killed in a that helicopter crash. So in this scenario, now how Iran is going to react? That is the big question. If Iran is going to react like this year's April, for namesake they sent lot of drones and missiles just for countering, because at that time the Iranian commander, military commander, was killed by Israel in Damascus. So to counter that, yes, they sent lot of missiles and drones. However, even though they had very fast missiles, they chose some slow missiles so that Israel can intercept. So basically, Iran also doesn't want a war. Why? Because Mr. Ayatollah Khamenei is ruling there for long. Lot of dissent is there. Also economic problems people are facing because of repeated sanctions. In this scenario, if a war happens, yes, it will be a problem for his own leadership. But how about US? US also will not want a war because they have their elections. However, in case Israel goes for a war, US will be under pressure, because whether it is Democratic Party ruling or Republican Party ruling, they have to support Israel. So because of domestic compulsions, in fact, the Jewish lobby is very, very strong in USA. So they will be forced to support Israel. Now, in the given circumstances, whether Iran is going to react like April, which is a very calibrated attack in a soft mode, giving a message, but however, it will not escalate to a all-out war. However, in case if they decide, no, we have to give back, then they may combine. So it will be a direct attack on Israel by the Axis resistance group, which is headed by Iran. Then of course Turkey is there. Then Yemen Houthi rebels are there. Hezbollah from Lebanon. If it is a coordinated attack with Iran as head, then it will blow out as a regional war. Then US, UK and all will be backing Israel. I hope it doesn't escalate into such a situation. And again, US government should act more rationally, in my view. They should not keep on supporting Israel because they are gradually losing their global leadership position. Everyone knows that, yes, almost 40,000 Palestinians have been killed. Now, some may ask, what is wrong in killing a Hamas leader? Now, Mr. Ismail was not the Hamas military commandant leader. He was the political leader. In fact, he was the one who was negotiating. Now Israel has killed the negotiator now. Now how the peace deal can then happen? Now and that too, killing him in Iran was definitely a provocative move. Already he has been to Iran so many times. He went to Egypt. He stays in Qatar. Now they could have killed him somewhere. Now that too on the first day after swearing in of the new president, that too after so much pressure last week which Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu faced in US, now if he is provoking, it's quite provocative, Iran has to retaliate, then Israel will say now it's war, automatically US, UK will come to back it, it may become a regional war. So I feel, even though yes, Hamas is a terrorist organization, no doubt on that, but this particular person is the political leader of Hamas and he was the negotiator. Whatever the peace deal which was about to happen in Gaza, yes, he was the chief negotiator. How the global reaction is? Yes, Russia has condemned it. They have called it as a political murder. China has condemned, Turkey has condemned, UAE has told be cautious, it should not escalate into a regional war. European Union has also, they have also told it should not become a regional war. And how about US? US told, Mr. Antony Blinken, the Secretary of State told, no, we didn't have any hand there, we don't know how it happened. Hopefully it gets resolved. And however, in United Nations, US, what they did, they are telling that we will support Israel. So it is their right to self-defense. That's what they always say. So let's see how things unfold in next few days. Hopefully Iran will show some restraint and for namesake make one attack, but at the same time it should be like an April attack. Otherwise it will become a regional war where many lives will be lost. In this video we have seen the looming crisis in Middle East. Whatever doubt you have on this issue, please leave it in the comment. I will try to clarify. Whatever your views, how things are going to unfold next few days according to you, those things also please leave it in the comment. I will also see. Thank you from Israel Jebasingh, the Director of Officers IAS Academy.